So Yu-Gi-Oh's going from tins to now what looks like playing cards. $10.18 is $24.07. Wow, we actually put one of the big pulls. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another epic unboxing. At least I think it's epic because we got the new quote-unquote tins from Yu-Gi-Oh! There are technically tins out there, but I get to talk about why my store didn't have tins. But let's talk about some of those high values right now. The number one card is Dominus Purge, currently at $37.03. Currently at Prismatic Secret Rare. The second highest is Mulcharmy Purulia, also Prismatic Secret Rare at $36.87, and the third highest being Infinite Impermanence, of course, at $32.03 as a Starlight Rare. Yes, we do get Starlight Rares in here. So yeah, let's talk about these real quick. Let's talk about these. If you guys want to skip to the part where I actually open up these, you can, but wow, yes. So they don't have tins anymore. Well, at least my store didn't have tins, and they surprised me too because they were like saying they ordered a bunch of these, right? But they were like, yeah, none of them were tins. They said the tins might be retail only. I guess I haven't checked my local like Target or Walmart or anything like that. But they might have these, but these could easily be confused as like regular playing cards that you have, like, you know, the Jack, Joker, and King, and you know, Queen, and all that Jack. But it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of would like my own playing cards of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme. You know, having like, you know, Yami Yugi here as our king. Our queen could be like, you know, Taya or My Valentine or something like that. Like Joker could be Joey, you know, stuff like that. That would be kind of cool if we had something like that. But there probably is. You guys send me some links. But yeah, these are not playing cards. These are in fact the new quote-unquote 2025 mega packs. So there's two different versions. There's these and there's the tins. I'll probably have a picture of the tin. I personally haven't seen the tin yet, as I mentioned. But if I do grab some tins, I'll open up those. But this is unfortunately what I got in today's video. But yeah, let's enough rambling. Let's get into it, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. But as you can see, you know, obviously there's like 3 different packs, and I think each pack comes with a Starlight Rare. So that's why I'm kind of like, that's kind of, and they don't even include anything else in there, like, you know, like a die. This is a big ass box for 3 packs that don't have anything else. Like Konami is getting like, I don't know if it's a Konami thing or it's an economy thing. I don't know, but they got it. Even the packs artwork looks kind of, yeah. But anyway, Konami, you know, whatever. I don't know what the pack tricks. I think there's like 6 usually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll say that works. If not, whatever. All right, we got the Ryzeal Cross. Oh, I already see the Starlight Rare, so I probably did pack trick wrong. Of course I did. Number 95 is so blurry. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Galaxy Eye Dark Matter Dragon. Looks pretty beastly. But with the other previous openings and whatnot, so there's probably not gonna be like a 6-pointer, like 100 points card in here. Like the most we saw was $36, as you saw. So we're not gonna be expecting anything too fantastic. Now with the Starlight Rares being in every single pack, there's plenty of videos talking about it already, especially with our boy Ruxin. He mentioned that these Starlights are probably gonna depreciate a lot of the other current rarities out there. But the one, Pot of Greed. It still looks cool. It still looks pretty though. What does this card do? Yeah, Pot of Greed Starlight. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Check out that price in a moment. But let's talk a little bit about the Starlight Rares. So you mentioned that a lot of the previous Starlight Rares that were released like back in like 2019, 2018, 2020 time frame, a lot of those probably going to be, especially earlier, are probably going to be devalued. A lot of them. So if you have any cool Starlight Rares that you pulled from like those years past, it's probably going to be not worth keeping. If you do keep it, it's not going to be worth much. I'm talking like slashing half the price sometimes for these cards, if not more. Currently at the value at $10 $1.18. So I'm not even sure what to do with this set because like normally I try to keep a full master list of all my cards. But this one, I don't know, maybe I'll just keep like the Starlights and some of the cool Prismatic Secrets. I don't know. I don't really plan to collect a lot of these. And maybe I'll set aside the card, like sort later my binders. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about this in comments? So there we go. All right, we have the rematch there. We have, what is this? Oh yeah, the Fiend Reflection. I remember the original Fiend Reflection from like Generation 1. The Gruesome Grave Skirmer. The Materializer. Serene. Blurriness. Okay, Samurai Beetle. I remember you back in the day. Actually, I remember a lot of these cards, to be honest. So obviously, it's a glorified, you know, reprint set for those that are, you know, curious about having opened Yugioh in a while. But you know, some cards are cool. The artworks are cool. And Starlight in every pack. So like, obviously, if you're new coming into Yugioh, this is probably cool because, oh my God, what is this rarity? Like, and all that, Centering's turbo, by the way, top to bottom. But the fact they come in every single pack, like, it's not that great. The only thing that's like positive about this whole experience with Starlight coming back is a lot of the quarter century rares actually might start going up in value. So you might see that. All right, this is only $1.17, but with that terrible centering, probably 98 cents. I'm just kidding. Probably actually. I don't think there's anybody in the world that likes non-centered cards, or I don't know. I guess it might be classified as a misprint. I don't know. So there is a misprint community out there, but it has to be like a really cool like misprint, like, you know, like the entire top is like misaligned or something like that. But so I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh no, apparently that was a 5. I don't know, but whatever. Harpy's Featherduster though, that actually might be pretty good. Check out that price in a moment. Okay. Gargoyle. The Sinful Spoils. Oh, the Twin Dragon. Abomentolan. Meliss Q Hearts. I think it's a pretty big set too, if I recall. Let me see how much cards total is. A lot of the mega packs typically are like 300, 400 set cards. Yeah, 450. 450. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's like a whole. That's more than a binder because binders are like 360 cards, right? So that's another reason why a lot of these like commons and stuff like that, I probably won't even keep the commons in my collection. It's the coolest Starlights, especially this one. It's actually cool. So I'm getting some nostalgic pulls right now with the Pot of Greed and now the Harpy's Featherduster. So check this price. Indeed, it is at $7.71. I'm talking a lot of crap about this set, but I'm pulling some, like, you know, 2-pointers, 3-pointers if it was a versus. Speaking of versus though, since we're talking about that quite a bit, I am going to be opening up a versus, 10 versus. So it's going to be pretty much this year, last year's, and I think the previous years. It might be maybe even another year. I don't know, but it might be a 3-way or a 4-way versus in an upcoming video. So definitely get excited for that. So definitely subscribe. All right, our next box here. I only got like 2 of these boxes. Well, technically I have 4, but I'm saving some of those extra ones for a versus. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to find some tins. If I can find those tins, I might maybe do a separate video perhaps. But I just want to get something out there for the world that is, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. I don't know, I thought it was 6, but sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 7. It's weird, but it is what it is, as you see it is. Spell Canceller. So yeah, I'm like torn by this set. Like it's a cool set for those that are first getting into it. So like I remember opening up my first tin. I think it was 2019 tin. Maybe, yeah, I think it's 2019 tin. I was like, it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is a lot of cool staples, nostalgia pulls, you know. meta cards and cards I never even heard of before, like this one, the Sea Dragon Kaju. Is this new? Where is this from? I don't remember this card. Like I've been opening cards for so many years right now, but by this point, and I'm still finding like archetypes or monster cards I've never seen before. It's pretty decent though, at $3.18. So Starlight, it's like I like Starlight Rares are pretty though. And I think the main difference too, I think, if I recall, I think the quarter century ones have a golden font and top, and obviously you have the 25 anniversary print, but Starlight Rares do not have that. But a lot of people complain that the Starlight Rares look too similar to, the 25th anniversary ones are too similar to the Starlights. That's why it didn't really catch on at first, but the fact that now it has that, you know, the emblem, is probably gonna, like I said, appreciate in value for certain cards. Not all cards, but certain cards. And they made a lot. I want to say there was like at least 1,000, if not maybe 1,500 quarter century like cards you can potentially get. Ooh, Dominus Impulse. That actually might be worth much as a this is not prismatic, this is just secret. But I didn't even see a Prismatic Secret. Confused, but whatever. Are there prismatics? I would have saw that, like at least one of them. I gotta look at that ratio a little bit again. But here's another quarter century. The Miracle Fusion. But I think the Dominus Impulse is probably worth more. But classified as a prismatic secret. Even the box says like one Starlight, one Prismatic Secret. But I thought a Prismatic Secret was like the entire card. This looks more like a secret card. Oh, I see it now. Maybe the way the actual design is like more like just the hollow foil. So before, I thought Prismatic was the whole card, but I guess they're classifying only this portion, the actual graphic, as Prismatic, because the way the see those boxes are. It's weird. Maybe I'm thinking about different rarity. Am I going crazy here, guys? Oh, you know what? I'm probably thinking about the Platinum Secrets, probably. Because Platinum Secrets, I think, is everything. Prismatics, I guess, is just the graphic, the artwork being hollow. Still, the Miracle Fusion is $5.14. So it's still not bad. Still not bad though. But this one, however, is $24.07. Wow, we actually put one of the big pulls. I think there's one that's even higher, the other Dominus Purge, but pretty good. I'm gonna sponsor this video, but obviously gotta protect your investments with Dragon Shield as you open our final pack here. Portion. All right, let's do this thing. All right, oh yeah. Card trick, I guess. 4, 5. All right. The Bloom. Ooh, a Sesco Talker. As it old. They have some reprints of that, and obviously that the value just is not that great as it used to be. I used to be excited for that card back in the day. The Roos is on fire. Oh yeah, the gimmick puppet. Oh yeah. The most basic thing ever. It's like just a sunset, just a sunset. All right. The trick and what is this? The Archfiend. Ooh, the Bottomless Trap Hole. So there's actually a lot of nostalgia, like pulls you get here. This is an oldie but goodie as well. So there's a lot of good cards to get, like especially for those who are, like I mentioned before, those going back into Yu-Gi-Oh. Those who have just started discovering Yu-Gi-Oh, like for first-timer new players, and even like I don't know, just it feels like it's marketed to someone else, which is fine. It's fine. You especially want like new people coming into the game, re-loving Yu-Gi-Oh, because that's why I got back into it, because I opened up some tins and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and I got back into it. But at the same time, like you also want certain cards in there. That's why Pokemon is doing it like well, where they have those nostalgia pulls, those like collector pulls, like the Charizards, the Pikachus, and the Eevees and Evolutions, stuff like that. But they also have like cards that are like, you know, like new as well, so it kind of makes it exciting. But like it also has like, you know, cards that like are easy to get, like the nostalgia pulls, but like it kind of brings back the nostalgia for those returning players. So I think Yugioh just needs to like refocus of how they do their sets, like have like certain cards that are like exclusive for that set, like those chase cards for the collectors, for those enthusiasts, and everything else that they're doing here is fine. But it's just they're missing that one other key component, is, you know, think about the collector in the long term. But I don't know. Another good pull, as I mentioned earlier, at $6.78. So as I mentioned, there's some good cards. But is it enough for a lot of people? And the fact there's no tin anymore, I mean, I haven't really seen a Pokemon tin in a while either. So maybe they're just kind of following suit because of the cost savings, stuff like that, as a business. But I like those tins. We're still using those tins, so it's probably still too fresh in the room to like, you know, like, oh my god, we just lost tins. But technically we do still have them, but it's just a lot more rare apparently. But if I find some, I'll let you guys know. But that's all I got. Guys, in the comments, let me know how you guys feel about this set. If you're, you know, if you're excited because, like, you know, you're a returning player. If you're, you know, a new player, you're excited because there's some cool cards in there. And there are a lot of cool cards. Don't get me wrong. I love the set for the most part. It's just there's those little nitpicks that I talked about earlier. But enough rambling. I guess that we'll stop here. But yeah, love you guys. My name is Talos. See you next time.